Hey everyone, it's Victor here, and today I'm going to my first ever top surgery appointment. So, I'm here in Manchester. I've been here for some time. Now, I'm going to explain why I've been here for some time. It's been a bit of a confusing situation. Basically, I got an initial appointment on the 28th of March, and I bought my train tickets for that. Shortly after, they cancelled my appointment, which was disappointing, to say the least. And then, after being told that it could be months that I would be waiting for my next appointment, for my rescheduled appointment, I then got an appointment on the 4th of April. So that's basically a week after. So I thought it's not really worth me not using the train tickets I already bought to go down to Manchester. So I came down on the 27th and I've been here ever since. It is now the 4th of April. It's been great though. I've had a really good time, but the day has finally come around, and I'm kind of nervous. I'm going on my own. Some friends thought they might be able to make it, but no, I am here on my own, which is fine. I'm gonna vlog, which I think will keep me a bit more sane, because I am a bit nervous. It's a 35-minute walk from the hotel. I prefer to walk. I don't really like getting taxis, so I'm just gonna walk. But my hotel's pretty close, so I will walk there. And my appointment's at 2, and it is now... I've forgotten. It's like 11 o'clock, so I have time to kill. But that's what we're doing today, so we'll see how it goes. I think the thing I'm most nervous for is probably when they have to inspect my chest, to look at like how much tissue there is and stuff to work with, because no one's seen my chest apart from me. So... yeah, that's a big concern. That's gonna maybe trigger some dysphoria for me. So we'll see how that goes. That's my biggest concern. And maybe the waiting. Because it might be a wait. Might be a long wait. But I guess we'll see when we get here. Get there. Get there. I'm also really tired. And I can't function. So that's fun. But at least I have some time to rest before I have to head out. So... I bought some of this tea because it sounded amazing. I'm gonna just... it says a soothing dip in an organic pool of calm. That sounds like something I need. So I'm gonna do that. And... so, yeah. I'm gonna dip in that pool of calm. It smells nice. I was about to say, do you want to come smell it? But I realized you can't smell. Sorry. I always put a bit of cold water in my tea because I like to be able to drink it without burning my flesh. You know? It's the little things in life. Oh wow. That is a soothing pool of... what was it? Soothing dip in an organic pool of calm? Yeah? That sounds about right, actually. Not bad. My view isn't the most beautiful, but it's a view. There's a tree. There's some nature over there. If you just focus over right on, there's some grass. And there's some buildings. And right down there, I don't know what that noise is. A guy is... are they cleaning windows? Oh Jesus, if they come up here and I'm pointing a camera at them, they're gonna be, let's just sit on the bed, shall we? So I'm about to head out. I'm literally just getting my boots on. I can't tie my boots with one hand. This was a bad idea to start vlogging now. I'm gonna start walking down. It's about a 35-minute walk. And like I said before, I don't like getting taxis generally, and they're expensive, so I'm just gonna walk. So yeah, still quite nervous, but we'll see how it goes. So, hi, I didn't vlog anything at the hospital. Mostly because I was on my own. I was a bit nervous, and it just went so fast. By the way, sorry, I'm like eating stuff, so I'm like half chewing something. Um, so I got to the building. It was a 35-minute walk, so it was kind of tiring. Got there, got the building. Building's weird. It's like many buildings kind of stuck together. So I was a bit confused as to where I was going, but I knew it was outpatient F. So I went to outpatient F, which was like to the right. Is that right? No, that's left. To the left of the main building. I got in. I got called pretty fast actually. I had to fill in a questionnaire thing about like did I smoke, did I drink, stuff like that. Personal details, things like that. There were so many other trans guys there though, and it was like so strange just because part of me wanted to start talking to some of them, like, oh hey, you're here for the same reason as me type thing. But that would have been weird. And I was like the only trans guy that was like on his own. So everyone else had like their parents with them. Just like, well, this is me. So I got called in, I got my height taken and my weight taken. And then I talked to the very nice man who may be my surgeon. He is a surgeon, but I may be getting Mr. Brits. But I got this man instead. He was very kind and taught me through everything. He then examined my chest, which is the thing I was most nervous for. And that went fine. No one's seen my chest other than me. So that was kind of nerve-wracking for me, but he was really understanding. He's a doctor after all. He sees thousands of people all the time. So we talked about what surgeries I wanted and what my expectations were for the surgery. And I asked if I could get peri because I feel like I qualify for peri, which is basically peri-areolar, so it's like around your areola, where that's where the scarring will be. There's no double incisions where it's like under, the two big scars, whereas peri's around the nipple. So I qualify for that, so I'm getting peri. There are some risks to peri. One of them, the biggest one, being that you can get abscesses from the hairs, the hair follicles that they've put underneath the skin as they've been taken. It's hard to describe. Basically, it's like kind of ingrown hair, I guess. But that can cause abscesses. But that's the major risk, which kind of scared me in a way because I am quite hairy as a person, and I know that could be an issue for me. So I guess I've got to think about that. But at the end of the day, that's the risk I'm going to have to take. I've wanted peri from the very beginning, and I'm getting it. So yeah, it should be really good. The results should be great. And honestly, if my chest is flat, then that's all that matters, really, in the end. So after I spoke to my surgeon, I then had to go through this maze of buildings and car parks to get to the medical illustration building, which is where they take pictures of your chest. So I got pictures taken of my chest, which is for educational purposes, usually for people who are training, surgeons who are training, like before and after, but also so that my surgeon has something to work with while I'm not there, to plan out the surgery and everything, just looking at my chest. So there's that. But that was it. And it was so weird because the building that... The medical illustration where I got my photographs taken, it was so dingy looking, and there was 2 doorbells, and neither of them worked. You could see they got a new doorbell, but that one didn't work, so I don't even know why it was there. And so I was knocking, and no one was coming, and I was just like, I'm standing out here in the rain, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, and this looks like a really dingy place. And eventually the photographer came and opened it, and apparently it's because she was taking pictures and she actually couldn't answer the door because there was no one else there. So yeah, it was a bit crazy and it doesn't seem very well organized, but they're dealing with a lot of patients, so I don't really blame them, to be honest. But I'm in my hotel room again. I'm eating Moroccan falafels, which are so good. I've forgotten, they've got like apricot in them, and they're like also savory, so like onion, and they're gluten-free as well. Oh, I've got crumbs everywhere. Oh, now I can't talk. I'm also drinking the most pretentious thing. It's not pretentious. It's really good for me. It's Biomel, so it's like probiotic yogurt, but it's
dairy-free. It's coconut milk because I can't drink dairy, as many of you know. It's actually really nice. Biomel, please sponsor me. I'm still here. I've had tea. I went live on Instagram. I still... It's so weird. I feel so different from every single time I've been to, like, appointments and stuff at hospitals. Like, for transitions things. Like, it feels weird. Like, I'm sort of in disbelief. And they said, like, they were trying to, like, guess how long it would be till my surgery. And they said it would be, like, 6 to 8 months, which I kind of, like, thought it probably would be. So that means it's, like, probably going to be, like, near my birthday, like in November or December. So it's fine. It will be what it is at the end of the day. Gives me enough time to save up to go down there anyway, so that's good. I'm getting dressed to go for dinner tonight, and I'm watching Project Runway. You can't really see. I haven't got shoes on though, but I've got my ripped jeans. And yeah, that's it really. But I'm gonna like stuff myself with food and try to process what happened today. I think I'm disassociating. Fun. So, admittedly, it is a few days after I have returned to Scotland that I'm making this ending of the vlog. It was all a bit crazy. I got back at 1 AM back home because of crazy delays at Manchester. Basically, I didn't know what was going on. I was there at the right time, waiting for my train, and suddenly, on the tannoy, there was an announcement saying, "We're terribly sorry, in the last few seconds we have been notified that an overhead cable problem has delayed all trains coming in and out of Manchester. There may be delays and possibly cancellations of services." So I was just sitting there, terrified I wouldn't get home. And in the end, my train was about 40 minutes late, so it wasn't cancelled. I did get back to Glasgow Central, but I got there much later than I was expecting to get there. So much later that I missed my connection to go back home, because I had to get another train to go back home. I did get a very late train back eventually, so yeah. By the time I got here, it was about 1 AM. It was an experience. Before I talk anymore, I just want to let you know that I think someone's on the roof. It may be Santa getting Christmas out of the way early because he hates it and he's sick of it. I don't know who else it could be. So, if you can hear that, my apologies. But anyway, I wanted to mention a few things that I didn't get to mention earlier in the video. Basically, I have a pre-op date, which is kind of going through all the stuff we did last time, but more in depth. Getting blood tests taken, getting swabs done, that kind of stuff. So that date for my pre-op is the 20th of June, which is okay, I guess. It's not, like, really late. It's just a bit later than I was expecting. So that will happen, and then after that, I'm expecting to get my surgery from kind of September onwards. That's where I'll be kind of hoping for it. That's what my surgeon said. So I can only hope, really. I mean, it may be the start of next year. But at the end of the day, when I get it is when I get it. And I'll wait however long it takes, because it's going to be worth it. I'm not as scared as I initially was. I think I just got a bit of a fright when we were talking about it, and it sort of all became very real when I was in the hospital. But I feel like I've rationalized it more now, and I feel like I'm willing to take the risks, and I'm willing to go through all this because I want this surgery so badly, and I've wanted it for so many years now that, you know, there's nothing that could put me off it. I'm just gonna do it. The confusing thing about the pre-op, though, is I got a random letter in the post asking if I could phone up the booking and scheduling place at Manchester to see if I was suitable for a telephone pre-op. Which I was so confused about, because I thought, what? Does that mean I don't need to travel down to Manchester? I mean, that would save a lot of money, but can you really do all that on the phone? So I phoned up, and the woman was like, oh no, you still have to come down for your pre-op on the 20th, but we're gonna phone you up a couple of weeks before and do your telephone pre-op. Now, I should have really asked what the difference was, or what a telephone pre-op? Or what a telephone pre-op was. But I didn't, so I'm very confused. I get a bit alarmed on the phone. I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. What? I get a bit worried. I don't know why. I'm just nervous on the phone. But yeah, that's the only weird thing. So I've got a lot of appointments. I've actually got 3 separate appointments now. So I've got my telephone one, and then when I eventually go down the 20th, I've got to see the nurse and then the surgeon at 2 separate times. So that'll be fun. But I'm so hyped that I'm getting peri-areolar. It's hard to say. Because at the end of the day, every trans guy wants the least amount of scarring. And I really hope that, you know, I like my results and that the scars heal well and all that jazz. I'm very excited to see the results. Also very nervous, but I think that's probably natural. I mean, it's unpredictable. But I'll deal with whatever comes my way. And I'm sorry this video is kind of late and that I didn't do a video last week because I was away. So I couldn't actually make a video for last Saturday. But I was hoping to get this edited and done so I could post it on Wednesday. But I found it so hard to get back into my routine at home. It's been crazy. When you go away and you come back, I don't really know which way is up. It's taken me this long to realize that I can actually film videos again and edit and everything. I don't know what's going on. Santa, do you mind? Anyway, for now, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you very soon.